half diminished and fully diminished chords. So we know that, for example, with a C major 7, 1, 5, major 7, 3, if we wanted to have a C diminished chord, we would flatten everything. It's a weird chord, but relative to the C, we have a 1, a flat 5, a flat 7, and a flat 3. So that's the typical diminished chord, and it's the one that works within the king's realm no matter what. But a very common chord is a fully diminished, and that's where they not only have a flat 7, they double flat the 7, or you'll commonly see flat flat 7. That's also the same as a 6. So if you've got a flat 7, your middle finger is on the flat 7. In order to flat that one back a half step to the 6, or double flat the 7, you have to switch your middle finger with your index finger so that you can go back. And that that 6, it kind of softens the chord. This chord's a little stark. The fully diminished chord with that 6 is kind of sweet. So a little sweeter, I'll say. So it's a useful chord. It pops up all the time, and when you have it in a tune, it's there's no other chord would really work, and I'm not sure why. That's a music etiquette thing, but you use that chord like if you want to have a running bass line. Here's an example. I'm going to start with C13. It goes like this. Do it again. So that's going to be a C13. That's just a 5 dominant chord, or a dominant chord. And then I'm going to a B half diminished. And now the bass line walks up to a C9. And then a C sharp fully diminished. And then the ring goes to a C7 chord, a D7 chord. Old school D7, and then you finish it off with a slide from a half step above D9. Cool chord. Diminished chords, a regular diminished chord, the half diminished, also has the quality that every step and a half, it's the same chord. The numbers rotate through the chord. You can always go a step and a half and it's the same chord. The numbers will change, but it'll end up being every single note. So I'm just taking this C diminished, going up a step and a half to the D sharp diminished, going up a step and a half to the F sharp diminished, a step and a half to the A diminished, and they just repeat. You would hear that in cartoons back in the old days. It's just a weird chord that has that quality. If no matter where you make it, you move a step and a half, and it's the same chord. Half diminished, fully diminished. A good chord to learn. It's the tail end of a key. C major 7 is our 1. D minor 7 is our 2. Well, we go backwards a half step from the 1. We have our diminished chord. That's off the A string. In the King's world, that's the But it's the same chord, an octave high. You could also get there by doing a step and a half, and then look all the way through the chord. It'll be legal. Call with questions.